Hello all, I'm Scott and welcome back to my photography channel. So today I've ditched the telephoto lens and I'm coming out with just 100% macro, so the 105mm on the Nikon Z. The intention today is to try and improve my macro skills a bit. I do enjoy a bit of macro photography and especially trying to get as close as I can to some of the insects and bugs. A few comments recently have suggested using a flash, something I don't usually bring out with me when I do macro. I understand the benefits of it, but I like to try and keep my kit as light as possible to make things a bit easier. However, in the interest of trying to improve a little bit, I've brought my trusty flash out today. It's just a newer Speedlight 750-2, nothing fancy, does the job. A little diffuser over the top, and we'll see what we can get. The video today is mostly one of discovery, seeing what works and what doesn't work. So like I've already said, I've come out with a flash, but also in the bag I've got extension tubes and an old 50mm lens which I can invert on the camera and see if I can get any closer with that too. Now obviously I know that the 105mm, the maximum magnification we're looking at is a 1:1 reproduction. And I know what I can get out of that. And I know that I enjoy the pictures it takes in the bright sunshine. But as soon as we come to a forest area like this, you're starting to up that ISO and push the noise inside your image to try and get more out of it. And that's what I'm hoping the flash is going to excel at. I am using the flash off camera, which I'm already finding is interesting. I'm not going to get any fast moving insects simply because by the time I set the flash up, put it in position, it's going to be a bit of a pain. I've seen some others mount the flash to the top of the camera. I might try that later, but obviously then I'm locked into where I can get the light and get some of those shadows that I'm looking for. But I'm going to keep playing around and just see what I can get. It's not taking me long, but I've already mounted the flash to the top of the camera, simply because trying to hold the flash, compose a shot, take a picture, driving me insane. And being on the top of the camera, I've got to admit, so far it's doing well. In terms of settings, let's have a look. So the flash is on 1/8 power, ISO 100, zoom 28mm. The camera itself, manual mode, and I've locked the shutter speed at 250. Or 250th of a second, and that's just mostly to attach to the flash sync speed, so we don't get any kind of rolling shutter or anything like that. So far I'm enjoying the results, but we'll keep going, see what more we can get, see if we can find some lovely insects, but mostly just enjoying the fauna. So the good thing I'm finding out with the flash on top of the camera, it's actually syncing with the camera settings now. So I can put it in aperture mode and not really have to worry too much about anything else, like shutter speed, etc., or changing the power of the flash too much. And as you know, I like simplicity. I'm really loving the shots I'm getting out of this because there's a lot more shadow depth to the images rather than just like a flat sun on top of them. So if you're ever out in the field, I really recommend using the flash. I think if there's anything I've learned from today so far, it's that it really does add an extra bit of depth to the images. And I'm hoping when I get back to the editing room, that'll give me a lot more to play with. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the shots that I've been getting so far, but it's time to up the game a little bit and try and get a little bit more magnification. Now, I've had these for years now. What you're curious about is the extension tubes. Completely hollow, stick your finger through them, nothing in there. No glass to worry about, they don't impact the quality of your image too much, or at least there's no glass to get any more smears on. And what they will do is increase the magnification of your image by moving the lens further away from the center. Now, I'm going to put on, where are we, 56mm worth of extension tubes on a 100mm lens. What this should give me is about an extra 0.5 magnification on top of my already 1:1 ratio. So let's see how it goes. So despite looking incredibly stupid on the camera, and you know, talking like, this is getting ridiculous now. The extension tubes are really good, but you do have to be a little bit more careful in terms of trying to fine-tune that focus, because you zoomed in so far that the slightest knock or the slightest bit of wind coming through will knock the subject straight out of focus. And this spider took me ages to just try and line up a way that I liked it, but I'm happy with the results. The biggest downside of the extension tubes I've found so far is that you have to be a lot closer to the subject. And that's not too bad if you're taking pictures of anything that's inanimate, leaves, plants, flowers, etc. But insects that are easily spooked will not wait around for you to poke a camera in the face. If you like this video and you want to support me, hit the thumbs up down below and click the subscribe link. That way you'll make sure you never miss a video. And if you want to support me in other ways, head to my website in the description or click on the Ko-Fi link. There's plenty of prints there, and all of the pictures you see in this video will be uploaded as prints to purchase. Thanks. So what's the verdict? What's my favourite for macro photography? Well, I am going to say the simplest solution is always the best thing for me, which is just walking around with a macro lens on and nothing else really. Obviously, if you're trying to get that high detail, get that high magnification, you're going to need something better. Especially when you're walking around in times like autumn, when it's a lot dark on the ground, I can really highly recommend using a flash. But be prepared that you do have to walk around with extra kit attached to your camera. Some people might not mind that, some people might, but at the end of the day, go with what's easiest. As for extension tubes, I think you have to be aware of what you get and what's going to happen with them. Like I said earlier, you can get that higher magnification, and that is great, but that higher magnification comes with you having to be a lot more delicate and a lot more careful with your shots, and a hell of a lot more patience. Now, I don't usually have too much patience for capturing subjects, and I do like to get live insects rather than leaves and things like that. Obviously when mushroom season comes, tiny fungi, I think I'll be there, setting it up, getting a flash, putting the extension tubes on and having a bit more of a play about. But we'll wait until then. As for now, I think I'll just be sticking with the macro lens on its own and bringing the flash out for special occasions, and then pushing to the extension tubes when I really want to have that little bit of extra reach. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into what's good for macro, what isn't good for macro, or what is, from my opinion at least. And I hope you've learned something, because I definitely have. I'll put some more images on the screen for you to enjoy from today's walk. But until next time, see you later all.